you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That was second down run for Murray. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray is a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
You talk about a combo that works really well. Sam Bradford, short, dart-throwing quarterback, and Kyle Rudolph able to work the seams inside and make those tough catches.
Now Rudolph wound up shattering his career high with 83 catches last year, 3rd among NFL tight ends. Wide open receiver complete, and he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zone. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 47-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now Ryan on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Again, they'll run with Freeman. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run here with Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Freeman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he fires one incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Here's Ryan to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, How tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Second and goal. Defense digging in again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in. And the Falcons will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now a second down throw for Bradford. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. A first down throw for Bradford. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff. Now Bradford. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Bradford on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, 44 yards. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon. And they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal on their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd down following the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Here's Ryan. And some room. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Bradford now after the fumble recovery. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Grady Jarrett coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. To throw on 2nd down. Bradford under pressure again, and down he goes again. Grady Jarrett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. 3rd and long for Bradford. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it on their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. now they'll try the end around. They find some open field here. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run it now out of the gun. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
He can run for it, and he will. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. This is Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it's Freeman. And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation, and what are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 23 yards on the play. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he scores! No flags anywhere, and they return it to the house to win the game.